Welcome to Franchise Hockey Manager 10 with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Here we have a brand new save idea that we're going to do. It's where we end up going all in when Crosby's on our team, and as soon as he retires, we have 3 seasons to find another franchise player, and we have to make the Cup Finals in 5 years. So hopefully we can do that as quickly as possible. But the rules that we have are pretty simple. I will list them below. We have to go all in when Crosby's on the team. We can't have focus on prospects or anything like that. We have to reach one final before Crosby retires. We can't have any first round or second round pick while he's on the team, and we can't trade for picks either when he's there. Only players, and we have to go as close as we can to max out with the cap to prove that we're going all in with it. As soon as Crosby retires, it's full on rebuild. We're going all in on a rebuild afterwards, and then we have 3 seasons to find another franchise player. Either we end up trading him, we draft him, whatever it is, but we're going to have to trade all of our assets as much as possible. And then in 5 years, we have to try our best to make a final within that time parameter. But just looking at our team here, there's like the first thing we have to do is Gensel has to be extended. There's nothing we can do if we don't extend him. Just to be competitive as well. I think we're just a little bit above the cap. We're around 84 million, I think I saw. Currently, 84 million. So it's going to be a little bit tough to manage that. We might have to let go of someone like Carter or something like that. He is 38. Malkin's obviously going to stay on the team. We won't be able to let go of Malkin either. Malkin, Letang, and while Crosby's still there, we won't be able to get rid of where is he? Let's look at the cap. We won't be able to get rid of Carlson until he leaves. So yeah, it's full-fledged. We have to invest as much as possible in that. And then you still have Yari for a couple of years as well. But so far, in terms of looking at the cap, you have Crosby here for 8.7. We can maybe even extend him another year. He is currently 36. Then Malkin is 37. So Malkin will probably retire at the end of 25, 26. So all in all, it's probably 3 years that we have comfortably with Crosby. And I guess Russ is going to probably stay with us for the foreseeable future. Raquel is probably a guy that we might end up moving on if we can, or Smith as well. But we're going to take a look, more of a deep dive in terms of what they're projecting us for. So we'll do assistant do lines and see what the assistant seems to think what we should do with everyone. We'll do AI set roles as well. So currently it's thinking that Gensel should be on the line with Crosby and Rust as well. Smith with Malkin and Raquel. Nieto with Acciari and Hinostroza. And then Harkin with Carter and O'Connor. So yeah, paying that much for Carter for being a fourth line center probably isn't ideal. So if we can end up shifting from that, that'd be fantastic. And then even a Graves, I mean, I don't rate him very high. Joseph, Peterson, and looks like our defense might need a little bit of a look in terms of depth, though. I mean, Carlson's just dynamite. Like, he had 101 points last year. Great acquisition for this season. Chris Letang, 41 points, but he's never healthy, so we will have to monitor that as much as possible. Ryan Graves, I mean, not that great. Ty Smith, he's still young. Peterson, Oliver Joseph as well, 24. We do have Butcher. That is shocking. I didn't know that we had him, but he might end up having to go. We do have a decent amount of prospects as well still. Owen Pickering is a guy that's going to come up through the system. But like I said, if we end up having to sacrifice everything for the beginning, like these guys, we might end up doing it. I mean, who knows? Jagger could be the franchise leader later on. But taking a look in terms of also the history that we have here, Crosby and Malkin are both the goal leaders, or are the two top three there. And then you have Crosby and Malkin. So I think for the assist, Crosby is probably going to pass Lemieux. I'm almost willing to bet it. There is a chance that he also passes Lemieux for points leader as well. So currently they have 5 cups as well. They're pretty good at drafting goalies. Matt Murray and Tristan Yari are both leading save percentage. and then shutout leader is Andre Fleury. But Andre Fleury is with the team for a while. Even if we can try and get Andre Fleury at some point, I might even try and trade for him almost immediately. He isn't even. There's no way that he wouldn't want to come back. That is some next level BS. So I guess we won't be able to get him, but we might be able to sign him next year if he's still there, even just as a backup role. As long as he doesn't cost too much, that's the key. But as a quick look, we did currently put an offer in for Patrick Kane. So based on the roles that we're end up doing, that seems to make the most sense. It's just going all in someone like Kane, but it's not costing us that much. It'd be around 5 million. So we'd probably sign Kane and then get rid of someone else. Kessel is also a very viable option, and just reuniting Kessel after he was with the team for so long. Stahl could also come as well, but I don't know if it's the right Stahl. It's not the right Stahl, so yeah, Eric Stahl probably won't come with us. Parise could always as well, but we'll probably more so look at this in the future. Jonathan Toews won't come here, and we probably wouldn't want him either. But currently, in terms of free agents, there's not really that much to really pick from, so we don't really have a choice in terms of that. Taking a look also in terms of what they're projecting, they project balanced. So currently our right D is the best and our center is the best, and then our weakness is goalie and left D. So already immediately we're going to have to focus on that right off the bat. I already noticed that the left D was pretty atrocious, but we probably will have to emphasize getting older guys as opposed to younger guys. That's just kind of how it's going to be. And yeah, we just have to be competitive against like teams like Hurricanes, who, I mean, they're very win now and everything's a strength. So just looking at it right now, I mean, there is a good chance that we could make it. We might squeeze in through wild card or something, but I mean, I can't tell you the last time that that Pittsburgh Penguins has clinched the division anyways. So usually they end up finishing second. Any of the times that they end up winning, they finish second. Currently, even looking at our staff as well, they all look pretty good. I mean, Todd Reardon, very good and everything, except for coach prospect is good. And then you have Mike Vellucci. So all these guys we're going to try and keep. We're going to try and keep the franchise as much as possible. Mario Lemieux is obviously our owner as well, and Vellucci is our assistant coach. We couldn't afford a coach, so currently we are going to assume the role as head coach and GM. I feel as though after maybe year 1 or year 2, we might end up doing something different and bring in a coach and kind of just allow them to manage the team the way that it's meant to be, and just kind of leave it to them. We'll just assume more of the GM role. Currently, the GM for the Penguins is probably one of the worst GMs in my opinion of all the NHL. It's not only because he used to be a Leafs, but I just find him overrated beyond belief. So we're going to try and do a better job than what they're doing now. I mean, currently they aren't sitting in a very good position, so that's why it makes perfect sense for us to decide to rebuild them. If only I could simulate where they are currently in the standings, and then just kind of fight that way. They currently only have 13 wins in 28 games. They're sitting in second last, just above Columbus Blue Jackets. So, I mean, anything that we end up doing at this point is going to be better than what they're doing now. But, I mean, I can't believe that that already within 1 year he's already ruined that franchise. So I think we can do a better job. Depth-wise, we are pretty good as well. And in terms of contract-wise, I mean, a little bit on the heavy side. I mean, Crosby's obviously the only one that's really worth it, and Carlson as well. But I know instantly we can compete with these 5 guys, or 6 guys, I guess. But other than these 6, everyone's out for grabs, and we're going to do everything we can to make it to a final over the next 3 years. So message down in the comment section if there's anything that you want us to focus a little bit more on. But so far, that's the rules for this year, and we're going to kind of play it a little bit differently than what we end up playing our other ones. We're going to end up showing as much as we can And it's going to be a couple parts per season. So we'll probably end up doing one for the beginning of the season, for at least like the first 20 games to kind of see how things go. We'll end up focusing a little bit on the off-season rebuild and some of the trades that we're going to try and focus on a little bit, or even what's going through our mind at that moment. And then we're going to do any trade deadline, because obviously in the first 3 seasons, the trade deadline is going to be huge, and we're going to have to go all in the trade deadline. No picks that we're going to end up focusing on this year, even if we end up getting rid of all of them, because that's kind of what the MO is already. They don't have a first round this year. They don't have a third round. So currently, even year one, we don't really have any picks anyways. Next year, we don't have a second one anyways. So we just have to get rid of the pick before the draft, I would say, or before the regular. Let's say before the first day of the regular seasons, when we have to get rid of our first 2 picks, and then just focus on everything that year. But that's what we're going to end up doing. Hopefully, we can still kind of bring up these players as well. But again, we're not going to sacrifice the future, or we're not going to sacrifice the immediate for the future. We're very much so going all in when Crosby's here, because it is mainly the Crosby show. So yeah, let me know if there's anything else you want to see, anything else you want to focus on, any players that you think that would be a great addition to this team. Just message down in the comment section, like it, subscribe if you want to see more, and thank you for watching.